No matter which team you support, we're all on the same team when it comes to appreciating our troops and their families. America supports you. CBS cares.
The difference in this game is a J.P. Losman 33-yard touchdown pass. The Bills at halftime on top of Kansas City 7-3 as the two teams were going to their respective locker rooms at halftime.
Well, there's London Fletcher, and right there is Brian Waters. They're going to have a little few words. And remember, it was London Fletcher that boloed Waters' quarterback, Trent Green, and caused Will Shields to defend him, get a penalty. It didn't cost him any points eventually. But it will cause a lot of bad will when it comes to the second half of football.
And there is Fletcher, a very high energy type player. Played for Dick Vermeil, in fact, in St. Louis with Randy Cross, Kevin Harlan. A lot of missed opportunities in that first half for both teams.
Absolutely, but the one stat that will really jump out at you when you see it is rushing yards. And Larry Johnson and the Kansas City Chiefs are doing what they're supposed to do against this defense. That successfully pound the ball. And the big story for me is the lack of rushing yards for Willis McGahee and the Buffalo Bills. They have absolutely got to run the ball in the second half. That will help out J.P. Losman. That'll keep the blitz that Gunther Cunningham, is going to bring against him at bay.
Well, folks, a lot of you are enjoying this game in high definition today on CBS. So both field goal kickers who had been terrifically accurate over the last handful of games, both missing field goals. Tynes from 44, Lindell from under 30. And now we set for the second half. Both teams within one game of first place in their respective divisions. It's an important midseason game, and the Chiefs will kick off. And it's taken by Josh Reed out of LSU. He goes head first to the 25-yard line on a return of 18 yards, and he's brought down by former Pro Bowler Gary Stills as we take a look at our fantasy notebook.
Pretty solid so far by J.P. Losman coming in for Holcomb. Kelly Holcomb was hit by Jared Allen and had a little headbang incident, and Larry Johnson being the difference there with that rushing game. So far receiving hasn't been much of a highlight except for the one catch by Evans for 33 yards and a touchdown.
Chiefs have no changes on their defense. First down and 10 from the 25. And McGahee, who was the first running back chosen a couple years ago, brought down by Pat Surtain. He's out to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and it's a Buffalo first down.
Remember the first run McGahee had in the first half? Same kind of play. Bursted up the middle. There was a holding call on that penalty, on that play. This time, it's clean. That's what Buffalo has to do. You've got a big physical offensive line that at times struggles pass protection-wise. If you have that working for you, why not try to work against that and spend more time trying to beat up Kansas City than out finessing them?
Only starter not in there for the Buffalo offense is Mike Williams, who began at guard today. Benny Anderson back in that position. 37-yard line. First down and 10 for Losman. And McGahee. And he was brought down by Derek Johnson, the Butkus Award winner for college football's best linebacker. Gain of 3 near the 40.
And really, the only touchdown, the only big play we've seen that wasn't a turnover was that 33-yarder from J.P. Losman to Lee Evans.
Benny Sapp has come in as a fifth defensive back. They bring in Wilkerson on the defensive line for the Chiefs at second down and 7. Shad Williams out of Alabama is in the backfield. Second and 7 from the 40. Roscoe Parrish has come in as a third receiver. McGahee was a receiver at the top of your screen. Losman being chased by Browning and by Hicks, and wisely throws it away, although Molds had a stab at it. He was covered by Johnson, the linebacker.
So yeah, that's a lesson that a young quarterback has to learn, and you hear it often, is when to throw the ball away. And the other lesson you have to learn when you're a younger quarterback, heck, when you're a young football player, that possessions that end in kicks are not all bad. Just because you have to punt the ball, rule number one, it means you don't turn it over. So that's not a bad thing. Don't take chances you shouldn't take.
Williams remains in the game. 4 receivers for Lossman. The Chiefs have brought in Dwayne Washington and Samp, so 6 in the Kansas City secondary. 3rd and 7 from the 40. And Lossman throws to the hands of Reed, who began as a starter with this organization but has slowly fallen down the list. And on their first second-half possession, the Buffalo Bills have got a punt.
Ooh, talking about taking a little bit of a chance, trying to force that ball into a smallish area. Lossman got away with one there.
Brian Moorman to punt. He was the Division II National Track and Field Athlete of the Year in '99 at Little Pittsburgh State in Kansas.
Decathlete?
He was a varied athlete. What a great punt here. And Hall watches it kick and get a great Buffalo bounce. Coy Wire downs it at about the 8-yard line. A well-placed 52-yard Brian Moorman punt. A little English on that kick.
Might be a good track athlete, but I bet he's a good golfer because he somehow managed to put a little English on that thing.
13:04 in the 3rd quarter.
Ding! You are now free to dip your toes in the ocean.
Ding!
Ding!
You are now free to see an old friend.
To forget what traffic sounds like.
Free to find your favorite state flower.
Ding!
Ding!
That ding is just cracking me up.
You are now free to get a low fare, even at the last minute.
Ding!
Ding! You are now free to follow your favorite team.
Ding!
Ding!
You're now free to enjoy low fares coast to coast.
With frequent nonstops to 61 cities.
You are now free to move about the country.
They burn homes and SUVs. They're the most dangerous domestic terrorists. Who are they? Find out on 60 Minutes tonight.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
The founder, the chairman of the Buffalo Bills, 85-year-old Ralph Wilson Jr. watching, hoping that Lamar Hunt would have made the trip, but Hunt was with the soccer team in Texas and not here. After the punt by Buffalo, 1st and 10 from the 9, Larry Johnson over 100 yards today, brought down by McGee. It's a gain of a yard, 2nd and 9.
For the Buffalo Bills, it's been a game of persistence. Rashard Baker's in this game because Troy Vincent's got the shoulder. He's out. Kelly Holcomb's got the head injury. He's out of the game. J.P. Lossman's in at quarterback. And if you're Kansas City, you're backed up. But, heck, of the 10 times they've got the ball, or 7 times they've got it inside their opponent's 10, they come away with 2 touchdowns and 1 field goal.
4 in the secondary, 2 tight ends for the Chiefs. 2nd and 9, wind at their back at the 10. Green was 9 of 15. Here comes Justin Bannon. And Green goes down. There was a nice block by both Dunn and Jordan Black, the left tackle, to at least make something out of that play. They gained 4. He's to the 14-yard line.
Well, if they were making good blocks on that play, they were pass blocking. And Trent Green did a pretty good job of creating at least a little bit of positive yards out of something that was pretty negative. Larry Johnson leaves the game.
Eric King is coming as a 5th defensive back for the Bills.
Oh, the best blocker in the backfield is Tony Richardson, and he's in the right side of the backfield there, ready to block.
2 tight ends, 3rd and 5. On the 14, Trent Green with time throws. It's caught by Gonzalez to the 19-yard line. Brought down on the play by Fletcher and by Lawyer Malloy. Picks up 6 on 3rd and 5, and there is a flag at the 27-yard line.
Could be a little illegal contact downfield.
Chiefs have turned it over twice, Buffalo
illegal
once.
Contact. Number 29, defense. The penalty is declined. We'll take the result of the play. 1st down.
It's the rookie.
And Trent Green, when he gets in these games the last couple weeks in the second half, has just been nothing short of flat remarkable. The only guy in the entire NFL that's doing a better job than him right now of recovering from a slower first half is Peyton Manning.
Bo Richter is in along with Horn. 4 in the Buffalo secondary. 1st and 10 from the 20. Good block by Richardson. and by Wigman, and Larry Johnson carves his way out to about the 29-yard line. Malloy brings him down. It's a gain of 9. Larry Johnson today, 18 carries, and he's got 110 yards. Tomorrow on CSI Miami, it's a crime so twisted one investigator ends up caught in the crossfire. Don't miss a new episode of Monday's #1 show, CSI Miami, tomorrow on CBS, America's most watched network.
Stats are kind of goofy, Kevin, but one stat that I find kind of interesting at the moment is Larry Johnson's over 100 yards. He's done that 7 times in his career, and Chiefs have won all 7 games.
Hall is in, 2nd down and 1. Hall was in the slot atop your screen. They blew that dead in mid-motion. This is Kansas City's 8th possession today.
False start. Number 65, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
The Chiefs have punted twice. They hit a field goal. They missed a field goal. They fumbled, and they watched Green get picked off.
Well, look exactly where they're doing their running and making their money. And that shouldn't even say middle there. It should say Wigman, Shields, and Waters.
Richardson is in. Kenneth in the bottom of your screen. Hall at the top. 2nd down, 6 from the 24. Larry Johnson, first-round pick out of Penn State, moves to the 25, brought down by Bannon and Fletcher. Gain of 2.
When you're backed up the way Kansas City was, though, this drive is already successful. You've moved the ball out of the shadow of your own goal line, and you've gotten a 1st down, and now you've got room for your kicking game. Now you're back to playing the field position game again. You get back to the plus yards, hidden yards, and you've got the wind behind you. So if you have to punt here, Colquitt's got some nice wind and the ability to hang it up high and far.
Hall and Kennison atop your screen, 2 tight ends. 3rd and 4. A 5th defensive back has been inserted for the Buffalo defense. And Green throws. It is picked off on the play by Rashad Baker, who is taking the place of Troy Vincent. And for Rashad Baker, his 2nd career interception, a return of 18 yards. And they mark it at the Kansas City 27. Green throws his 2nd interception today, 3rd Kansas City turnover.
And the one thing he hasn't done the last 2 weeks in the 2nd half is make the big mistake. And that's a big mistake. Yeah, it looks like he was counting on Dante Hall, the receiver, shortening up his pattern and stopping. And the receiver keeps going down the field, and nice recovery by Rashad Baker being there to catch that.
Kansas City came in 9th in the NFL today, +5 in the takeaway giveaway, +8, 4th in the NFL. Buffalo. From the 27, it's 1st and 10. Willis McGahee, over 1,000 yards a season ago, brought down by Jared Allen, 24-yard line, gain of 3.
Some guys wrap him up and give him to the equipment guy, and Rashad Baker decides to throw it to the stands. Now, I'll give the guy a little bit of credit. We don't know who that was he threw the ball to.
I'm guessing they're related.
They're related. Yeah. Or he's a collector.
Tough day for Green. Yeah, right. Green had the 2nd lowest interception percentage in the NFL coming into today.
No, you have a tough day after the game. He's off to a slow start.
2nd down and 7 from the 24. And they blow that dead. Kansas City working with the conventional 4-3-4 defense.
Yeah, a little motion there, Kevin.
Yep.
Early motion on Buffalo.
False start. Number 71, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
That's on the defensive end, converted to a tight end, converted to a right tackle, Jason Peters. This happened earlier in the game.
Well, it was first the pressure from Hall, then Jared Allen slapped the back of Kelly Holcomb's head down, put his helmet right under his jaw, so that not only the back of his head, but his jaw and his teeth. And since then, J.P. Lossman's come in and done a heck of a job substituting for his starting quarterback.
4 in the secondary, 29, 2nd down, 12. And Lossman with time, going to the end zone and looking for Evans. He caught it. He worked on Warfield. Was he in? Touchdown! Lee Evans has caught his 2nd touchdown pass today. And again, Eric Warfield has been victimized.
Evans is his guy. J.P. Lossman gets that ball perfectly to the end of the end zone. Possession, does he have it? Yes. In? I think both of them were in. Watch it one more time.
1.
No, he's got it.
2.
He's got it now. 1, 2.
He drank the back
1, 2.
flip.
Yep. Second one. See, you got to see it. It's not there. He doesn't have it. Now it's away. Now it's 1 foot. It's 2 foot. Does the ball move? That's what the official's staring at. That was a good call. That was a touchdown.
29-yard strike. Evans gets his second. Warfield again was covering and got beat. Lossman throws his second touchdown pass in relief of the injured Holcomb. 1 and 2.
And the knee's down. The knee's down as he's got possession. The ball does not move.
Play has been stopped because the guy in the yellow was bulldozed on the play, and he is out. And we're going to stop play for that injury. Timeout.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 40. IBM, become an on-demand business. IBM can help. And by the Ford F-150, built Ford tough.
Thanks. Trent Green threw an interception. A couple plays later, the Buffalo Bills throw a 29-yard touchdown pass. Lossman to Evans. 13-3 with the extra point in waiting. And on the end of the play, the security guard was rolled into by both defender Warfield and receiver Evans, and they are assisting him right now. And that's a good sign. They're helping him to his feet.
There's Evans. There's Warfield. There's the safety. And a perfect, and I'm not saying, and you throw that around loosely, but Lossman throws a perfect pass. You could say he's victimizing Warfield, but I don't know if it's victimizing when the quarterback throws the ball to the exact back of the end zone. If he lets that ball fall down, I'm willing to bet you it splits the green and the white.
It's pretty good coverage by Warfield.
Good coverage, but just the perfect pass.
Right.
I mean, an absolutely perfect pass.
Boy, that guy took a spill. He really got whacked. And Lossman, who comes in, remember, he was yanked. He was the guy that was going to take the place of Drew Bledsoe. They traded up in the draft to get him. He sat and watched Bledsoe his rookie year. Bledsoe was jettisoned. He eventually signed with Dallas. Lossman became the starter, struggled to begin the season. Holcomb came in and was very efficient, but was knocked out of this game with an injury. Lossman comes back off the bench into the game and 2 touchdown passes today.
I was really impressed when we talked to him on Friday of his, I guess maturity is the word for it, but he says, you know, I've had to sort of prioritize my life. You've got to tell your friends and family that you've got to study that hard. You've got to be there that early. You've got to stay there that late. That you don't have much free time in this business. And he's done a very, very nice job, I think, of recovering from that benching for 4 weeks and coming in here and really doing a great job. And there's
That's a great scene.
Yeah, it really is.
Nice shot, Suzanne Smith, our director. That guy's just doing his job, right? He's up in the stands looking. That's what he's
his
not
job
supposed to be watching.
to not watch the field.
Yeah, exactly.
And he did his job perfectly, unfortunately for him.
We have a new hero in Buffalo. So we still have to kick the extra points to take a look at Lossman, who is the first quarterback taken by Buffalo in the first round since Jim Kelly back in 1983. And there's a first-round pick, Evans, who is out of Wisconsin only in his second NFL season. The extra point by Ryan Lindell, 14-3 Buffalo in an important game for both teams.
Coming in, you couldn't have guessed what the 2 biggest plays would be. You would have never thought it was Lossman to Evans. Obviously, the Chiefs didn't.
8:16 in the third. Tough day for Trent Green. 2 interceptions, 3 total Kansas City turnovers. Green has been sacked 3 times. Green also fumbled. And the kickoff after the long 29-yard touchdown pass after that Green interception, and it's Dante Hall from the 4-yard line. Finding a wedge and almost fumbled the ball. In fact, he did. Then he leaped on his own fumble. Jim Leonard brings him down. Aiken was there. Jabari Greer. 24-yard return. near the 30-yard line. Well, let's see, make it the 28-yard line.
He's lucky he was being tackled, otherwise the ball wouldn't have come back to him. See, if he's still running here, that ball comes out, he runs right by it, but he's going down anyway, and it comes right back up into him. That is a lucky break there. Neufeld gets his hand in there and causes that fumble.
28-yard line for the Chiefs. Second half possession. Two tight ends, Dunn and Green. Johnson by himself. Horn atop your screen. 4 in the secondary for the Bills. Green, 1st and 10 throw, and it's caught. Kennison, a track champion at LSU. The grab at the 35, a pickup of 7 on the play. McGee was there. Tomorrow on CBS, all new beginning with TV's hit comedy lineup. The King of Queens, How I Met Your Mother, 2.5 Men and Out of Practice, followed by CSI Miami, plus The Late Show with David Letterman tomorrow on CBS, America's most watched network. It's 2nd down and 3 from the 35. Hall is a slot receiver. Larry Johnson. Grabbed by Schobel, among others. Gang tackled at the 40, has the 1st down, picking up 5.
Kevin, remember how we started this game, sort of with the words, whatever it takes, and just win, baby, and whatnot. And that's the approach that Larry Johnson, the offense for Kansas City, the defense for Kansas City, Dick Vermeer, this entire football team's got to take that approach and keep that approach right now. They're down 14-3 to a team they should be leading. They've got to be very pragmatic, very methodical. Don't rush and don't hurry anything, because if you do, you're going to make another mistake.
All the starters out there in the Buffalo defense, they're 4-3-4 alignment. It is a 1st down from the 40-yard line. Black with the block, and there's a pass to Gonzalez, hit by Lawyer Malloy, who played for a couple Super Bowls in New England. It's a gain of 3. He's to the 43-yard line.
London Fletcher, before that play started, wanted to call a timeout. I'm not talking about sort of. I'm talking about big time. Watch right there. Fletcher's in the middle, trying to. he wants to stop the game, and Trent Green wasn't listening.
Horn and Hall and Kennison, the receivers. 2nd down and 7. And here they come at Larry Johnson, bringing him down. Jason Jefferson along with Kelsey. It's a loss of 2, back to the 40. 3rd down coming up. Let's go to New York and Greg Gumbel.
All right, Kevin, just after David Carr has thrown his 2nd touchdown pass to pull the Texans to within a touchdown, back comes Peyton Manning. 30 yards to Marvin Harrison, his 3rd TD pass of the day. 28-14 Colts, 5:47 to play in the 3rd, guys.
Indianapolis against the South, 17-4 record as you take a look at the teams in that South division. 3rd down 9, 41-yard line. King is in as a 5th defensive back for the Buffalo Bills. Richardson is in for the Chiefs, offering a block on Posey. And that's knocked away. What a great defensive play and a pass intended for Horn. Knocked down by the Pro Bowler from a season ago out of Ohio State, Nate Clemens. The Chiefs have got a punt.
Right at the end, over the top, hand. See that? That's not interference. He's not impeding the receiver at all. That left hand comes in there. That's just perfect defense. And that's the kind of tough, aggressive defense this defensive backfield for Buffalo is known for.
Dustin Colquitt, whose dad punted in 2 Super Bowls, Craig Colquitt for the Pittsburgh Steelers, gets this off to Roscoe Parrish. Takes a funny bounce, and Parrish is going to let it go. Wisely, the rookie out of Miami, lets it go. Parrish, in the words of his Miami coach, Larry Coker, is the most exciting player he has ever seen play in the program at Miami. Lossman gets it back on the 50-yard punt. His Bills leading 14-3.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Chili's new steak festival for a limited time. Come on, live a little. And by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper, one taste and you get it.
Log on to NFL.com and see who were the best and worst performers of the first half of the season, only on NFL.com or NFL on AOL. After Kansas City just punted from the 9, Buffalo 1st and 10. Lossman has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Green has thrown 2 interceptions. Lossman to the tight end out of Michigan, Mark Campbell, the ex-Brown, racing up the sideline and banging his way into the Kansas City sideline. A 24-yard catch and run. They'll mark him at the 32.
What a nice call by Tom Clements, the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. Me and everyone else is expecting a McGahee run backed up like that, and rolling out Lossman off the play action took all the sting out of the Kansas City defense.
This is Buffalo's 9th possession today. 1st and 10. See if he is the only non-starter on the defense on the field. Lee Evans grabbed by Warfield and Knight and Bell. Doused at the 35. It's about a gain of 4, but I'm marking it at the 36, so a gain of 5.
There's a dynamic duo right there. That's Clement and Jim McNally, the offensive line coach.
Evans and Moulds, along with Josh Reed at the top of your screen. Parrish, the 4th receiver, at the bottom. 2nd down 6. Chiefs in a 4-3-4. And Shad Williams brought down by John Browning. 37-yard line and a gain of 1.5 yards.
And remember, last time we checked, New England was losing to Miami down in Miami. It gives you a little view of how important this game is. The way this game's going right now, there's going to be a logjam at 4 and 5 for first place in this division. And the Jets, you know, realistically, they win this week, they get next week in Denver. They could be joining a lot of people at 4 and 6.
Chiefs coming in have won 3 of 4. Buffalo coming in had lost 2 straight, 5 of their last 7 games. Shad Williams and down, a guy who began at Texas Tech and then transferred to Alabama. Slowly getting up. Good sign there for the Bills. We've gotten a couple touchdown passes from 2nd-year quarterback J.P. Lossman. Jonathan Paul Lossman.
And don't forget the importance of this game, too, to Kansas City from the standpoint of the AFC West. Both these teams are in divisions that I think are going to have one playoff team come out of them. So if you don't win the division, you're sitting home with everybody else. And though the record may not be sparkling on the east side, on the west side, the winner of that division is going to win about 11 or 12 games.
Samp is the 5th defensive back for the Chiefs on the 3rd and 4. McGahee has taken the place of Shad Williams. 3 receivers, including Reed. From the 38-yard line. Now here comes Jared Allen, and down goes Lossman. Jared Allen brings him down. 6th sack of the season. 2nd Kansas City sack of the year. And that's the guy that led all rookies in sacks a season ago. And he forces a Buffalo Bills punt. I think he's excited over
it. Yeah, get out of his way when he's happy. Defensive end 69 right there at the bottom left of your screen. Working against Gandy. Gave him the old head fake. You remember that one where from when you used to play sandlot football when you were a kid? You kind of faked back and then you went. So Gandy bit.
There's a loss of 6 on the play, back to the 31, so 4 plays punt. Hall gets the Mormon punt at about the 15, 16-yard line. He's cornered, and King brings him down. The Wake Forest rookie with the play, allowing only a 3-yard return. Mormon a 53-yard punt. And we've got 3:10 to play in the 3rd.
Looking for great prices on thousands of DVDs? Circuit City makes it simple. Starting Tuesday, take home Madagascar at an unbeatable price and get a free alarm clock while supplies last. Plus, pick up robots for just $14.99 at Circuit City.
We got a major outbreak in a place I never predicted. It's going to happen right over the top of D.C.
If this hits D.C., we're going to need to find a new capital.
This is a global crisis.
We're going to die if we stay here.
This is Category 7.
Kansas City getting ready for their 10th possession. 3 punts, 3 turnovers, 1 field goal, 1 missed field goal, and halftime. This is their 3rd second-half possession. First, they were picked off, punted last time in 5 plays. From the 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Kennison on the move, end around fake to Hall, screen pass to Larry Johnson. And he'll dance his way all over the field, and Lawyer Malloy will bring him down at the 27-yard line. Gain of 9. to the 27.
And Trent Green came in here in this offense, I think, expecting to be able to run the ball, expecting some big plays. He's been hit, he's been sacked, they've stripped the ball, and they've intercepted him twice. And say what you will, remember, this is a slow start for Trent Green. Trent Green is a battler. He's a fighter. Don't ever think this guy is down. He'll come back and bite you.
Two tight ends on 2nd down and 1, and Larry Johnson, who had over 100 yards in the first half and only now 20 in the second half, is brought down by the interior of that line, including Kelsey at the 31.
See, now this now is different. This now is 2. So, and that's really the story so far of this second half has been the ability of Buffalo's defense, however it's done it, to get off the field and get their offense back on the field.
Hall is the receiver. The two tight ends remain. It is a first down. Chiefs at the 31. 4 in the secondary for the Bills. Good block by Black. That's caught by Gonzalez, who has just set the all-time Chiefs receiving yards mark, surpassing Otis Taylor. The gain to the 44, the tackle by Fletcher, a pickup of 13 yards. And now he has just passed the great Otis Taylor for #1 in yards receiving in Chiefs history.
And the only reason he's able to do that, Kevin, is for the first time, really this half, Trent Green is able to stand back there unmolested, unrushed, unhurried, step into his throw, and get the ball to Tony Gonzalez.
Troy Vincent is still out of the secondary. We showed you before he had a shoulder problem, and Rashad Baker's taken his place. 1st and 10, Kansas City. Bo Richter is a receiver in motion. That's Dante Hall. Crowell has a beat on him. The tackle made at the 43. It's a gain of 13, another first down.
Obviously, up in the Kansas City booth, the offensive coaches have decided and told Al Saunders, look, the middle of the field. We've got to work the middle of the field. If you'll remember, most of the troubles happened on the edges. Those deep outs, those deep routes.
Horn, Bo Richter, and Hall, the 3 receivers. 5 in the secondary. King is back out there as a nickel. 1st and 10, Buffalo's 43. Larry Johnson. Crowell's got him. Crowell is the all-time leading tackler at the University of Virginia. It's a 3-yard gain. The ball's at the 40-yard line.
You talk about Tony Gonzalez now being the all-time leader in receiving yards for the Kansas City Chiefs. He did an excellent job on that last play blocking. And if you talk to Dick Vermeil, he'll spend more time talking about Tony Gonzalez now having a complete game and what a good blocker he is, and less time talking about him as a receiver.
Richardson is in. 2nd down 7, 40-yard line. And the fake to Larry Johnson. Green hit by Bannon and incomplete, looking for Richardson on the side with the coverage applied by the cornerback Terrence McGee. The clocks have gone out here. They are completely out, dark, and thus our clock is off in our eye box. But that is the last play of the 3rd quarter. Lossman taking the place of the injured Holcomb with 2 touchdown passes. Green has thrown 2 interceptions. At the end of 3, 14-3 the Bills.
Bama looks to bounce back. The Crimson Tide collide with Auburn for a big-time battle in the SEC West. A college football fall classic. Next Saturday on CBS.
We begin the 4th quarter with the Chiefs on the move, facing a 3rd and 7 at the Buffalo 40. Green has thrown a couple of interceptions. Rossman has thrown 2 touchdowns for the Bills. Here's Green wide open as Horn has the first down. Tackled by McGee about the 32-yard line. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 7 to open the 4th quarter.
Very important for this Kansas City offense to keep this rhythm going any way they can. I don't care if it's Larry Johnson, Chris Horn, Tony Gonzalez. You're getting some nice blocking now from your offensive line. That's going to make Buffalo take some chances. Jerry Gray, their defensive coordinator, is going to be forced to try to blitz if all 4 of those rushers can't get to the quarterback.
We're just in with 30 seconds gone in the 4th quarter. 8th play of the drive. This drive began at the 18-yard line. It's the pitch out that goes to Larry Johnson, and from behind, Tim Anderson out of Ohio State, a 3rd-round pick. 2nd year, brings him down, gain of 1, 31-yard line.
Larry Johnson cut that one back into the right, inside to his right, and I'm not sure if going outside would have been the way to go. He had Brian Waters out there in front of him, and looked like they had that edge carved off.
Johnson leaves, and D. Brown will come in. Another tight end has been brought in, Chris Wilson. Hall and Kennison are the receivers. There are only 4 defensive backs at 2nd down and 9 from the Buffalo 31. And now look at Green trying to orchestrate. And D. Brown, the running back atop your screen, is a receiver. And a timeout.
Has to call a timeout. The confusion with the new guy in. D. Brown really didn't know where he was supposed to be, Kevin.
He only joined the team this week. 13:40 in the 4th quarter.
Let's go back.
The 3-5 Bills leading the 5-3 Chiefs. A Kansas City timeout. Green is conferred with the sideline, 31-yard line, 2nd down 9. And Green, Gonzalez hit by Crowell, knocked out of bounds at the 25, picking up 6 yards. That'll bring up now 3rd down and a couple.
Just in case you have to be reminded of what the value of a veteran quarterback is, you're seeing it right here with Trent Green. A guy that's got absolute amnesia when it comes to past mistakes. I mean, he's got, you ask him right now, he could care less what he's done in the past. He's focused on this play and this drive.
3rd down and 3. 5 in the secondary from the 25. Green moves up, hit as he throws through Gonzalez's hands and incomplete. As Tony was going against McGee between the hash marks, and now it's 4th down. Buffalo's defense holds after the Chiefs were orchestrating a pretty good-looking drive, and Kansas City has got to try for a field goal.
He has to step up because of the pressure, and because he's moving, the ball's a little high. And Tony Gonzalez and the Chiefs offense is very, very lucky that high tip pass was an interception. Remember, Tynes has an earlier missed 44 going the same way.
Into the wind.
Right.
This will be a 43-yard try. Pretty important field goal coming up here for Tynes. And he did not get it, missing 2 straight after hitting 15 consecutive. A defensive victory for the Buffalo Bills. Green comes up empty-handed, and it's still 14-3 Buffalo.
The natural reaction, heck, it works in golf. Why not kicking? You slice one right, you push one right. The next thing you're going to do, guaranteed, you'll yank it left.
13-12 in the 4th.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the new Sprint. Sprint, yes you can. Pizza Hut, home of America's favorite pan pizza. Gather round the good stuff. And by the all-new Civic from Honda. It'll reverse your thinking.
Tynes has just missed his 2nd field goal of the day. That's 6 points left away. It's 14-3. Buffalo takes over at the 33. Ciavi is the only non-starter on the defense in the game now for the Chiefs. 2 tight ends for Lossman. McGahee. And brought down by Wesley at about the 36, picking up 3 yards. Tonight on CBS, did the crash of the .coms lead to the murder of a millionaire? Don't miss a new episode of the hit drama Cold Case tonight on CBS, on America's most watched network.
I don't know about a murder, but it murdered a lot of portfolios.
It still has. 2nd down and 7.
Present company included.
I'm sorry to hear that. Moulds and Evans are the 2 receivers. Evans has caught 2 touchdown passes today, 2nd and 7, 36-yard line. Lossman, who began at UCLA, then transferred to Tulane, hands off to McGahee. Tackled nicely by Kawika Mitchell, leading tackle around the defense. It's a gain of 1 to the 37.
The one thing Kansas City's defense has done effectively is stopping Willis McGahee. He's had a couple of big pops. He's burst out for a 10-yard here and there. But they've done a very nice job of limiting his yards, holding him so far 50 yards under his usual total.
Nickel defense is in. Wilkerson is coming on the defensive line. Nickel back is Sapp. 3rd down and 6. Parrish is in as the 3rd receiver for Lossman from the 37. 3rd down, 6. They need the 43. And Lossman, great draw. It's a drop by Campbell. Came down. I think it may have even hit the helmet of Derek Johnson.
Nice job by Derek Johnson ripping it out.
Yes.
I think he ripped it out.
Nice hit by the college football player, defensive player of the year, at Texas a season ago.
Trying to fit it in there to Campbell. And Derek Johnson's coming in right here from the right-hand side. Gets a nice stick, and then even after the stick, Campbell looks like he wants to hold on to it. Look at the ball. His head comes in between the ball and his body.
So Mormon will punt. And Hall is back inside the 15 with the wind at his back. Hang time of 5.1 seconds. 14 yards. Oh, what a great special teams play by the former Tar Heel from North Carolina, Sam Aiken. -4 return, 49-yard punt, and Hall is shaken up with 11:32 to play in the fourth.
One team playing to win, one team playing desperate, and desperate's up 14-3.
Tomorrow, 2 guys, 1 woman. May the best man win.
Like watching a dog chase a car. He'll never catch it, and if he did, he couldn't drive it.
Then will an old family friend,
I shouldn't,
and yet you will, turn into Mrs. Robinson?
When you got into bed, did she read you a story?
Wendy Malick on a new Out of Practice after a new 2.5 Men, CBS tomorrow.
They're looking at Dante Hall. We'll update him in a second. We'll show you what happened on that punt return from the 10. Marooned there. Trent Green. First down and 10. Horn is on the move. In the backfield is Johnson, and Larry gets the call. Crowell had a shot at him, and he is under an avalanche of Bills at the 13-yard line. It is a gain of 3.
And the key really on the tackle by Aiken was the feet. Concentrate on the feet of Dante Hall. Aiken wraps him up, traps his legs underneath. I believe Mr. Aiken might have gotten away with one of those throat slashing motions.
Second down, 7, 13-yard line, 5 in the secondary for the Bills. And Green hit as he throws and caught by the leaping Gonzalez at the 31, brought down by Lawyer Malloy, pickup of 19. And more importantly for the Chiefs, some breathing space as they try to move down, approaching 10.5 to play in regulation.
Well, I'm glad the offense has breathing space because Trent Green doesn't have much air left in his lungs after getting hit like that on that pass. That offensive line had better protect their quarterback.
King is the 5th defensive back, 32-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for Green, going deep, intercepted by Terrence McGee. Green has thrown 3 interceptions, and there goes McGee, getting a block from Fletcher and taken down by Waters at the 30-yard line, a 35-yard return. And the Chiefs' 4th turnover today. And Buffalo at the Kansas City 31-yard line.
I talked about him getting hit. Well, this time Trent Green just got pressured, but the pressure prohibited him. Look, he can't step into the throw. He's got to fall away, and because he can't step into that throw, because of the pressure from Bannon, the ball comes up short. Now it's almost like a fair catch to McGee, and suddenly you're unleashing one of the better returners in the league as a defensive back with a turnover.
McGee's 3rd interception of the season, 30-yard line, 1st and 10. 4 Kansas City defensive backs. McGahee in the backfield for Lossman. There are 2 tight ends for the Bills. Here comes Bell. Lossman gets away and throws to the tight end Campbell, who is tripped up by Johnson and whacked by Mitchell. It's a gain of 1 after all that to about the 29. Let's go to New York and our friend Greg Gumbel.
All right, Kevin, in Miami, final moments of the 3rd quarter. The Patriots down until Brady finds Ben Watson for 16 yards. 2-point conversion fails, but they've added a field goal, 15-7. Patriots in the lead. Plenty of time to play in the 4th.
New England's in first place.
And makes this game for Buffalo all the more critical. Got to hold this lead to keep pace with the Pats.
2nd down 9 at the 29. And Willis McGahee dancing his way with a Damian Shelton block to the 25-yard line, brought down by Junior Seavey. It's a gain of 4.
There's a lot of key people in this game for Buffalo. I think defensively a lot of big plays, but there's no one in this game that's been bigger in my mind than the backup quarterback, J.P. Lossman. Comes into the game after Kelly Holcomb gets sacked from Mike Mularkey. He gets hit under the chin. The young guy's got to come into the game. What has he done? All he's done is throw a couple big touchdown bombs to his new favorite target, Evans, who's lined up on the right side of the screen right here, and led this offense to 2 touchdowns.
6 in the secondary. Sapp in Washington. 3rd down and 5. from the 25 and Lossman. And he'll run it. He's got to get to inside the 21-yard line, and looks like he's achieved it. Run out of bounds by Sapp and Surtain. It's a scramble of 6 yards on 3rd down and 5, and they'll move the chains.
Well, you saw Derek Johnson couldn't get him before. What chances do a defensive lineman have of coming after him when he gets free? Not very much. That's Benny Sapp, a defensive back, trying to catch him. Great job by Lossman of taking those extra yards and making the effort to get his offense a 1st down.
Wilkerson on the line in place of Ciavi. It is a 1st down and 10, 19-yard line for Buffalo after Green's 3rd interception of the day. And they'll blow that dead in mid-motion.
Timeout. Buffalo.
The Bills will burn their 1st timeout. His 2nd-year coach, Mike Mularkey, will talk with his 2nd-year quarterback, and 8:04 to play in the game.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Miller. There's good enough and there's better than it has to be. Miller, good call. And by DirecTV. Get the DirecTV DVR and record your favorite shows with the touch of a button.
Yeah, number 83 has caught 2 touchdown passes today. And now the Chiefs will watch the Bills face a 1st and 10 from the 19.
So far, but this smells like blitz to me. Red zone, young quarterback.
Lossman has thrown 2 touchdowns today. Hands to McGahee, who was brought down by veteran Eric Hicks, undrafted out of Maryland, down to the 18, picks up a yard.
And that's exactly what Gunther Cunningham did, is he blitzed. He went after that play. Blitzing the run in the pass. Blitz, blitz, rush, rush, defensive back. That's just an all-out, let's go get him. And I wouldn't say you call the dogs off now either.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back, a 5th defensive back, Sapp, and they've got now Wilkerson and Browning on the defensive line.
Extra DBs are in there to cover if you're going to blitz.
18-yard line, 2nd down and 9. 3rd receiver is Reed. McGahee remains. Lossman to Moles. Oh, was he cracked? Oh, was he drilled by Wesley? Former college walk-on, a guy who's been a career starter. He's had a pick in 3 consecutive games, none today. But this baby was lethal.
Well, this week he had a bad back, and I think he just spread the love to Moles. You get hit like that, that'll make your lower back feel pretty bad, and might have done a little self-chiropractic adjustment by Wesley.
3rd down and 9. Still the 3 receivers. They brought in Shad Williams in the backfield with McGahee. 2 extra defensive backs are in for the Chiefs. The blitz is on, and Lossman throws, and it's Moles, who is grabbed by Surtain as he wheels inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. He picks up 5. It is 4th down. They don't get the 1st, but they will try for 3.
This is the defensive back's job. He knows he's got blitz inside. I can't miss a tackle. No matter what it takes, I got to find a way to tackle this guy because I've got no help down there. That's exactly what J.P. Lossman is hoping for. You see the blitz, you flip it out, and you hope he can break a tackle.
So here is Ryan Lindell, who has never had a field goal blocked. This a 31-yard try. Chiefs have missed 2 field goals today, and that is a miss, the 2nd today. Can you? Yeah, I know. 2 misses by Lindell, 2 misses by Tynes. And the Chiefs are still in business, down 14-3, with Trent Green's work cut out for him and plenty of time remaining in 6.5 minutes.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is not conditions. This is execution. Snap is good. Place is good. Kick just goes wide right. We've seen 1 wide right, 1 wide left, a push right. I mean, this has been a non-kick fest. Yeah, exactly.
Well, the Chiefs begin at 21-yard line, and if ever they're going to score, now's the time with the clock. 6.5 minutes, 2 timeouts remaining. Horn is the 3rd receiver, and this is Trent Green, who, oh, and that's knocked down. It may have been Tim Anderson who threw that chicken wing up there and knocked it and deflected the pass away. And that guy, undefeated high school wrestler in Ohio, which makes him perfect as a defensive lineman.
Now, what part of that arm looks like a chicken wing?
It's a big chicken.
I was going to say, they must serve some big old chicken wings in Kansas City if that's a chicken wing.
Well, we're in the chicken wing capital of the world here in Buffalo, right? Buffalo wings, 2nd down and 10.
The family of 4 could live for a week off that chicken wing.
5 in the secondary, and that's what Green will throw into as they pressure him again. That's Gonzalez hit by Fletcher, 33-yard line, and a gain of 13. And a first down.
I'm going to stay on this theme. Protect Trent Green if you're a Kansas City Chief lineman. This guy can't keep falling away and throwing passes against this defensive backfield. This front 4 is putting on great pressure, and Green can't step up.
Bo Richter is the 3rd receiver. First down and 10. That's out of the reach of Horn, who is curling in front of the Pro Bowler Clements. It'll be 2nd down. 5 are in the secondary now full-time, including King, the rookie, for the Buffalo defense.
And the other way that pressure affects your mechanics too sometimes, and see that ball came in there low and away, and he's falling away. He can't step into his throws. And if you can't step into your throws, your accuracy goes right out the window.
Chiefs with a couple timeouts. 2nd down 10 from the 34. Screen pass, Larry Johnson. Waters with the block. Shields with the block, and from behind, Crowell brings him down at the 43-yard line, gain of 9.
Well, there's a guy back in Kansas City, I'm sure, is sitting in his home theater watching this game right now. Might have broken a couch by now, jumping up and down and throwing things. Willie Roaf got a bad hamstring. One of the best tackles that's ever played the game, and boy, are they missing that protection coming off that left side.
43-yard line, 3rd and 1. Green to his second option. That's Gonzalez, who's drilled by Fletcher. Flag is down. The gain to the 48. They pick up 6, so the yardage is there for a first. Let's see what the yellow is all about on the field.
A lot of people running on and off the field at the last second there. Might have caught one on an illegal or 12th man. And I'm not talking fans.
Good.
12-man defense, number 96. That penalty will be declined. Take the result of the play. First down.
You called it. So now the ball's at midfield with the 2 timeouts and the 4th quarter clock at 5:23 and ticking.
Remember the theme. Protect the quarterback. The ball will move down the field.
Bo Richter and Horn, the other 2 receivers with Kennison. That pass to Kennison, incomplete.
Flag.
McGee was covering. Flag is down.
Flag down the field. There was some pretty good contact on Tony Gonzalez.
Illegal contact. Number 55, defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. That's an automatic first down.
To the 45. Well, here are the miscues today by the Chiefs. In addition to the 3 punts and 2 missed field goals, we've had 4 turnovers, a fumble by Green, and 3 interceptions. So from the 45, it's a handoff to Larry Johnson, who tumbles his way into the grasp of Nebraska's 2nd-round pick, Chris Kelsey. There is no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
We've documented it pretty well. I mean, the protection hasn't been there, but Larry Johnson has got some good run blocking. He's got the yards that way.
Dante Hall is back in, but this goes to Bo Richter, the former Canadian Football League player, who is brought down by King and by Clements, and the 2 now are wrestling, and there goes a flag as Clements and Bo Richter are right there, rolling around on the clock at 4:39.
Well, Bo Richter's trying to get up, and Clements wouldn't let his legs go. That's called a fight waiting to happen between a DB and a wide receiver.
There was a gain of about 8.5 yards at the 39-yard line.
If you're going to call offsetting, please do it quickly. Be merciful. But if you're going to call a penalty, which it might be against Clements here, might be against Clements. See, it looks like all Bo Richter's really trying to do is get up. Clement is very much the aggressor. Nate Clements. He is a tough physical cornerback. He and Antonio Winfield made a hell of a duo here, and McGee has picked up a lot of those traits.
Ruled down by contact. After the play is over, we have offsetting personal fouls.
Oh, please.
Number 85, offense. Number 45, defense. The down counts, it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down at the 36-yard line.
Tom White sounded out of breath trying to figure that out.
There's a lot to talk about.
Well, the problem is Fletcher kind of flops on him late. Nate Clements won't let go. That's not offsetting.
Third down, long one, Larry Johnson. Runs into his own blocker, who is Wellborn. He is brought down by King, tumbling to the 29, gaining 7 yards. Today, Larry Johnson, 27 carries, 133.
Remember the clock. 4:24, 4:23, be about 4:20 when they snap it. This is touchdown territory, Kevin.
Horn, Hall, and Kennison are the 3 receivers, and flags are there. There was movement.
Movement on the offense.
False start. Number 88, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains, first down.
And this is touchdown territory for 2 reasons, honestly. One is the obvious. You're down by 11. You want the touchdown to cut the lead by as much as possible. And number 2, your kicker can't kick into this win. He's already proven that on 2 occasions.
First and 15 with 5 in the secondary, and down goes Green, hit by Crowell. He came streaming through, back at the 46, a loss of 10 yards. Green has been sacked a lot today. 4th time he's been doused. A big-time loss when the Chiefs now have got to get down to the 20. They face, with 1 timeout remaining, burning one right now, they will face a 2nd down and 25.
Well, that was a maximum protection by Kansas City. And right now, if I am Al Saunders and I'm the offensive coaches, I'm not sure. I'm going to keep everybody here. I'm going to form my pocket. Don't call anything more than a 3-step drop if you're going to protect like this. Larry Johnson just flat almost air balls on Crowell.
Well, and that is a concern that Dick Vermeil told us last night about his pass protection.
It's just Priest Holmes out for the year, injured reserve, head and neck injury, who's a very good pass protection blocker. Don't take anything away from Larry Johnson and his ability to run the ball, but it's as a receiver and as a pass blocker where there's got to be concerns.
So 2nd and 25. They need the 20-yard line. The receivers are Horn and Hall and Kennison, 5 in the Buffalo secondary.
And that sack put field goal back into the equation, and John Wellborn jumped off sides.
They're self-destructing.
Now you're talking first down.
False start. Number 76, 5-yard penalty, remains, 2nd down.
And remember Tynes has missed 1 wide right from 44, yanked 1 left. The target line, I'm not sure if the target line is not really a little higher on that picture in between his ears.
2nd and 30 at the 50. They got to get to the 20. Larry Johnson is one of 5 receivers employed by Green. Here comes Schobel. Down goes Green again. Green has been in a straitjacket because of constant Buffalo pressure. 5 times he's been sacked today. Mark this to the 41-yard line, and a loss on the play of 9.
Back-to-back plays. No Priest Holmes to block on a protection. Johnson misses his guy. Crowell gets a sack. No Willie Roaf on the left side to protect. Jordan Black misses his guy. Aaron Schobel gets a sack.
Chiefs are out of timeouts. They just burned their last one seconds ago.
Left tackle, Jordan Black. Schobel uses speed and leverage, and honestly not very good pass blocking to his advantage.
Schobel, the former WAC Defensive Player at the Year at TCU. Him and LaDainian Tomlinson were teammates at TCU.
LT got his number retired last night at TCU.
Well deserved.
Look at that hurry. He came into the game being knocked down 47 times, more than any other quarterback in the league. Now that's up to 57.
Well, he's been sacked a season high 5 times. It is 3rd and 39. They need the Buffalo 20.
They knew they were playing against one of the worst run defenses in the league. No one mentioned the pass rush.
Only 5 in the secondary for the Bills. Here comes Green, dumping it off to Larry Johnson. And as he works his way upfield, he is brought down by Lawyer, Malloy, and Fletcher. He is down to about the 45-yard line, picking up 13. It's 4th down.
You got to go for it here on 4th down in this circumstance. You don't have any choice. Hats off to Jerry Gray and his defense all day long. They've done what they needed to do. They've sacked him. They got off the field.
4th and 26 for Green. Gets away from Denny and winds up and throws in the end zone. It was almost picked off. It's incomplete. Baker knocked it away. They were going for Hall. On downs, Buffalo gets it. The Chiefs have no timeouts. And in the wake of that thrilling and emotional win over the Raiders last week in Kansas City, the Chiefs fall flat in Buffalo today. Coming into today within one game of first place, Denver.
And that was a desperation throw to Dante Hall. Nice job by Baker, just executing and doing what he's supposed to do. That's knocked that down.
Baker has already one interception today on Green. So they turn it over on downs, Randy, to the 46.
3.5 minutes left. This right now just became a turnover story because you know you're getting a lot of Willis McGahee. You got to try to strip it if you're Kansas City.
And here is McGahee getting a block from the tight end Campbell. He's brought down by the former Pro Bowler Sammy Knight. 50-yard line, gain of 4.
Well, there's 2 plays that are the story of this game. And they were both passes by J.P. Lossman to Lee Evans. One a 55-yarder down the left sideline, heading down towards the tunnel for Buffalo. The other one, a 27-yarder thrown perfectly to the end line by J.P. Lossman. That has been the difference in this game. The turnovers by Kansas City, the lack of execution and follow-through by Kansas City has been their undoing.
2nd down and 6 from midfield. Willis McGahee. Surtain climbs on him at about the 45, gain of 5.
It's going to be 3rd and short. JP slightly underthrew this one, and Evans made a nice grab, but boy, look at this one. Perfectly aimed to the end line. Great catch by Lee Evans, taking advantage of single coverage on his favorite receiver.
Holcomb got knocked out earlier in the game. Lossman came in. The terrific passer rating. 2 touchdown passes to Wisconsin Badger Lee Evans. And Kansas City with 3 punts, 4 turnovers, 2 missed field goals. Lost it on downs. McGahee on 3rd and 1. Right into the teeth of that Kansas City defense. And they've got Kendrell Bell and a couple defensive backs in there. He's close to a 1st down. They've also got Hicks at the bottom of that pile. Hicks left earlier with a mild ankle sprain, but jumped back out the next defensive series.
Timeouts are what they are. Dick Vermeil is down to 0. Last time the clock will stop of his volition will be right here at the 2-minute warning.
Well, the Buffalo defense has done their job today. Ranked 13th in the NFL, 4 takeaways, 5 sacks, and constantly pressuring Trent Green.
If this is a 1st down, stick a fork in Kansas City, they're done.
No way to stop the clock. In the wake of that big Raider win last week, the Chiefs flat in Buffalo, leading 14-3.
While serving up chops and pounds of bologna, I get my NFL stats on my cellular phony.
The ends are in motion, the offense is shifting. I've been here so long, they think I'm shoplifting.
My wife can't believe I went to the store, but with NFL on Sprint, I won't miss a score.
Like a 3-wheeled grocery cart.
Or a receiverless throw.
An aisle 9 without football?
Is not one I like to know.
Exclusive NFL programs, only from the new Sprint.
What's that?
Lunch from KFC only costs $4.
$4? That's half of what I paid at that casual dining restaurant. Why is that so funny?
Because you're the rocket scientist.
Get all the quality for half the price at KFC. Choose between a strip meal, a 2-piece meal, or a breast meal, each with 2 delicious home-style sides and a freshly baked biscuit for just $4. That's half the price of a casual dining meal. Now your dollar goes further at KFC.
Where are you going?
A dual-action tailgate and an industry-first lockable in-bed trunk. The Ridgeline from Honda.
Hey, that looked like my fish.
Kick off 2 nights of all-American music. CBS Tuesday. Catch all
all your favorite stars live from New York. Brooks and Dunn host the Country Music Association Awards. Then on Wednesday.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Join U2, Sheryl Crow, and more. I Walk the Line, a night for Johnny Cash. It's American-made music. CBS Tuesday and Wednesday.
Our NFL.com poll question, who would you pick as the NFL's mid-season MVP? Cast your vote at NFL.com.
You seen Pittsburgh play without Roethlisberger? He might be the most valuable player in this league, the way they play without him.
We're at the 2-minute warning. First down and 10. Kansas City with no timeouts. Buffalo at the Chiefs 44. Willis McGahee, who blew that knee in the national championship game, came back to be a first-round draft pick. Scanlon makes a stop. More shoving after the play. Flags are on. Oh, flags all over the field now. This has been simmering all game long.
Since Trent Green got hit by London Fletcher on that interception. And Will Shields retaliated, followed up.
Well, look at this. Well, they got to. Officials got to get in to separate those players. And look at now Wesley in there against Peters. Hicks was at the bottom of the pile for the Chiefs. And Lionel Dalton had some words to say in that pile as well.
Call it offsetting and get the clock running. I mean,
it's a big win for the Buffalo Bills, who came in having lost 2 consecutive games.
And with New England leading Miami down in Miami right now, I mean, with Miami leading New England, takes on even more importance. If that stays the same, then these guys are all tied for first place.
Yeah, at the very least, at the end of the day, they're within a game of first place as they entered today in the AFC East. Kansas City, though, is going to have to watch with interest. Denver and Oakland coming up next on CBS.
Well, we mentioned going in, whatever it takes, and just win, baby, and all that. And for Dante Hall and Dick Vermeil and the Kansas City Chiefs in general, it just has not worked that way. They have not made the plays when they had to step up.
Well, the Chiefs are going to go to 1-9 games played in Buffalo. That's amazing. That stretches over a lot of years, but nonetheless, they haven't won here since '86.
Remember what I said about the AFC West winner winning 11 or 12 games. So do the math on that. I think to stay in the run, Kansas City has to win the rest of their games practically.
We have offsetting fouls. Personal foul after the play is over. Number 75 and number 98 on Kansas City are disqualified. We also have an unnecessary roughness on Kansas City on number 58. Then we have a personal foul. Number 58 on Buffalo, who is also disqualified. It'll be second down.
There's Dalton.
That's easy, as they used to say. As Pat Haggard, was it Pat Haggard who said? No, it was giving him the business.
Giving him the business,
yep.
Right. Ben Dreith, I think, was the one who said that.
Yeah. This is garbage. It's frustration. It's stuff that should be dealt with by the league in the form of fines. The bottom line is it stops the clock for Kansas City, which is an advantage to them. But
because they can't stop the clock because they're on a timeout, so it is second down and 10. The ball remains at the 44-yard line. There is a new right guard, that is Duke Preston, who takes the place of Valerial, who's just been tossed.
Well, we're not going anywhere. Tom White's on the sideline explaining things to Dick Vermeil, probably about his 2 players that have been disqualified and ejected.
Ciavi has come in on the defensive line. And the Chiefs will work with 3 defensive backs, and Scanlon has come in as a linebacker / defensive end for Kansas City's defense. As Eric Hicks runs off the field.
Coming in today, we talked about whatever it takes, and Kansas City's done the opposite. They've got 4 turnovers, 2 missed field goals, and the big plays have come from the receivers and the defensive backs. The 3 interceptions, the 2 big Evans receptions have been the difference in this game.
Randy, taking a look just briefly at the Kansas City schedule that Trent Green and company will have to face. They got Houston next week in Texas, then the Patriots, the Broncos, the Cowboys, the Giants, the Chargers, the Bengals. I mean, there may not be a team with a tougher second half of the season than Kansas City.
Well, they got 7 left, and they got to win 6.
Second down and 10. Willis McGahee brought down by fumble on the play. Knight made the hit. Wilkerson vacuums it in at the 40-yard line.
Kansas City's got it. Yep.
Kansas City's got the ball, and the clock at 1:45. And no timeouts remaining. Willis McGahee makes his first fumble in 240 handles dating back to the day after Christmas last year.
Why aren't you kneeling on the ball here? Why are you even giving him the chance for this to happen? I mean, it's a nice job ripping the ball out, but why is this happening? I mean, can't understand why you're not just kneeling down, but the main cause of that was the clock was stopped by that offsetting penalty.
There are 6 defensive backs, including Jabari Greer and Eric King. So 6 back there. 5 receivers deployed by Green. First and 10, dropped by Gonzalez, who is covered by Fletcher and by Crowell. A couple of hard-hitting linebackers. And tonight on CBS, they burn homes and SUVs. They're the most dangerous domestic terrorists. Who are they? Find out tonight on 60 Minutes. Followed by a new cold case, then the dramatic conclusion of Category 7, the end of the world. That's tonight on CBS. Second down and 10 for the Chiefs. 41-yard line. 6 remain in the secondary for the Bills. Green over the head of Horn and belted by Clements.
Minute and 36, no timeouts. This is throw the ball down the field, and I mean down the field, not little nibbles. You need 6 points and a chance to kick off again is what you need if you're Kansas City.
So Horn and Kennison and Gonzalez and Hall are the 4 receivers deployed. Johnson at the side of Green, 3rd down and 10. That is incomplete. Kennison was stopped on the numbers. The ball was wide and uncatchable. Now it is 4th and 10.
If there was any one factor, we talked about the defensive backs and the wide receivers and the nice job that Dick Vermeil has seen J.P. Lossman do coming off the bench for Buffalo. I think the lack of protection for his quarterback and the rush that Mike Mularkey's defense has put on Trent Green has been the factor, especially in this second half. The hottest quarterback in the league just about over the last 2 second halves absolutely was snuffed.
So here's a 4th and 10, and he's sacked again. Brought down by Justin Bannon out of Colorado. The 6th sack given up by the offensive line. And that is the dagger with 1:26 to play, and Buffalo gets it back on downs as Green continues to have to swallow the ball. He coughed that one up right there. One of his 4 turnovers today with 3 interceptions. 2 missed field goals by Lawrence Tynes, and one of the 3 picks by Crowell. And that by Baker. Another miss the opposite way. Both were into the wind, by the way, and the misses by Ty.
And all this coming over that unbelievable win last week over Oakland. Last play of the game. Dramatic, gutsy call by Coach Vermeil, and all really goes for naught as far as momentum for the next week.
So you look at J.P. Lossman. We know that Holcomb is out today. Lossman brings them back, and they get the win. And they go to 4-5 at home. Mike Mularkey is 4-1 this year. And I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but they were at the same stage at 3-5 a year ago, then rattled off 6 consecutive wins, finishing 9-7.
Well, exactly. And Trent Green and the Kansas City Chiefs now move to 1-9 all time here in Buffalo against Buffalo.
And
it's one of those places you don't want to come if you're a Kansas City Chief.
And the Chiefs now 5-4 and dropping on the road to 2-3. And in the AFC, they are 4-3 this season. Lossman came off the bench. He hadn't played in a couple of weeks with a couple of touchdown passes, both to Lee Evans, 1 of 29, 1 of 33. And the Buffalo Bills have stopped a 2-game losing streak, beating Kansas City. The Chiefs were on a roll, having won 3 of their last 4, 14-3. Larry Johnson today, 27 carries and 132 yards. Denver plays Oakland next on CBS.
And New England is beating Miami 23-16 down in Miami, so they stay within that one game. Very important for Mularkey and his Bills.
Buffalo Bills next week will be at San Diego. Then they play Carolina, Miami, the Patriots, Denver, Cincinnati, and the Jets. That is not an easy schedule either.
Well, it wasn't easy last year, and they went down to the last game before they lost to Pittsburgh and finished 9-7.
So for Randy Cross, Kevin Harlan saying so long from Orchard Park, New York. Buffalo wins. Let's go to New York and Greg Gumbel.
Kevin and Randy, thank you very much. So the final in Buffalo, the Bills 14-3 over Kansas City. Meanwhile, in Miami, New England and the Dolphins now into the final minutes. Let's take you there live and join Jim Nantz and Phil Simms.
We'd like to welcome everybody to Dolphin Stadium in Miami, and what a fourth quarter thriller this has turned out to be. Miami actually led it at one point 15-7 after scoring on the last play of the third quarter. But now back and forth we go. We've had 3 lead changes just after Miami took a 16-15 lead. Brady drove them down in 2 plays, hooked up with Ben Watson for a touchdown. Plus they got a 2-point try converted by Heath Evans. And now just moments ago, the already thin secondary for New England takes another hit with Eugene Wilson on a tackle of Ronnie Brown, shaken up and escorted off the field.
And the fact that a New England player hurt inside 2 minutes
takes their last timeout away
takes away their last timeout.
So New England empty of timeouts. Dolphins have 2. Corey Dillon played the first snap of the game and then went out with a leg injury. Gus Frerotte has thrown for 355 yards. He needs 16 more. They picked up 70 over the last 2 plays. Frerotte. The middle they go. McMichael diving ahead, knowing right where that first down line is, and it looks like it's enough for the 1st and goal to go. It is 1st and goal to go. How will they execute this week? From inside the 10. Frerotte to the end zone and batted away by Hobbs.
That's a good play by Ellis Hobbs. And also, this is a tough throw. Look, if you're the receiver, look in the top left corner. The sun, you're looking right back into the sun. Looks like Marty Booker, though, finds the football, just cannot make the play.
Hobbs bats it away. 2nd and goal to go. Look at right into the, as you said, right into the glare. Brown the single back to stay up top. Same play, and this time over the head of Chris Chambers. And this crowd getting extremely anxious.
Well, give him a chance. I know it's easy from up here, but when you get a defensive back in this situation, they're just trying to survive. Ellis Hobbs is not going to be able to go up and get the interception. That was an all-out blitz to his side. It was one-on-one all over the field. Gus Frerotte just overthrows it.
51 seconds to go. 3rd down from the 6. Over to Ronnie Brown and nowhere to go. Patriots snuff it out. Hank Poteet, who has seen virtually no play today, comes up to make the hit. Just signed a couple of weeks ago.
Well, it's a blitz, so that means somebody is going to be covering the running back man-to-man, and it's Hank Poteet, and he tackles him almost for a 5-yard loss.
Well, it's going to be 4th and goal to go from the 10. Now, last year, when they edged out New England on a Monday night in December, they scored the winning touchdown on a 4th down play to Darius Thompson. What will they do this time? As Miami, again, just a week ago against Atlanta, drove down almost to this exact same territory. Farrat on a third down play got picked off. It was quite a play by Carpenter of the Falcons. Here it is.
And you said it right, Jim. It's just a tremendous play. I've watched it many times, and it's one of those where Gus Farrat throws it and he goes, "You're kidding me." He intercepted it. But here's what you do. What will New England do? I think it's more interesting. Will they blitz? It looks like they're going to send them all.
It's all coming down to this one. This snap from the 10. And here they come. Farrat fires, and the pass is incomplete and no flag. Chambers was the target. Samuel was in there to help break it up. And Bill Belichick and the Patriots come down here just trying to find anybody to play in that secondary, as they not only came here already thin, they lost more players as the game wore on.
Look at the blitz. You see all the defensive guys coming. Gus Farrat tries to anticipate. He throws it low, which is where he should. Chris Chambers
got to make that play.
Got to slide in there. That's pretty tough. I don't know if you can make.
And due to NFL restrictions, that's about all we can show you of that game live with 36 seconds to play. It appears that the Patriots are about to put the clamps on a 23-16 win. Welcome back, everyone. Greg Gumbel along with Dan Shannon and Boomer. Got to give the Miami Dolphins credit in this game. They fought hard.
They fought hard. They hung in there. And at the end, it was just the tough part was they just didn't make enough plays for Gus Farrat. That play was that was catchable right there with Chris Chambers at the end. But Tom Brady, unbelievable how this guy plays down the stretch. He made 3 plays. This is the one we're looking at here. That ball was pretty much catchable. Chris Chambers, it was low, but that could have been caught for a touchdown.
You know what? I might have to agree with Nick Saban, because I think your receivers are decent, because they have to make plays. When you're in a situation like you are, you're undermanned, you have to find ways to make plays, and your guys have not made plays for your quarterback. Chris Chambers, you dropped a lot of catchable balls today.
Well, we all know it's about the quarterback in this league, and that's exactly what Tom Brady does normally. Just wins the game in the fourth quarter, just like he did today.
That game has now gone final. The New England Patriots a winner over the Miami Dolphins by a score of 23-16. A timeout. We'll be back with more after this.
Go to your average bank, get a mortgage, and buy a house like this. Go to Wachovia, meet with a mortgage specialist who can show you a range of financing options, and buy a house.
the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Miami has a Dolphin, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Everybody, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the
was a good comeback for us, and bouncing back like that, I'm happy that we were able to. I wasn't sure we'd be able to. I didn't really know what to expect. I tried to practice my team just on the mental part of the game this week and take it easy on the physical part to eliminate that, you know, we're tired and we're beat up and all that stuff. So we try to eliminate that excuse. They responded pretty well. You know, they fought it out pretty good today. So I'm happy. Got 3 games to go. We'll see if we can't improve on that. I thought Ray did a good job today. I mean, that was by far his best performance. Managed the game well, made some clutch throws. I thought he did a good job, so I'm happy.